friend saying 5 years. And now Okakodi friend saying next week Tuesday be 18 years. It's me sure for since I gave birth to her. If I would do 4 months or so, I'm starting legal education. And for 18 years now, it took me for her to finish SS last year for me to realize, wow. So I haven't really had a life. It has been fighting for a cause. But most of these things have been experiences in life are pushing me.
Okay.
So where I've gotten to, where now I have a training program for the entire country. It's like a national training program.
Okay.
Ninyan consistently, and it has to do with say you be ayakayaka there. It will be for any year. And most of these things, you know, I write books. Then I start the advocacy. It's say 1 year ni I've gone off, and I thought I would just use 3 months or 4 months to write this book, and eventually it's taking me 1 year and 2 months. So we are building our schedules and kakran na ose membra na maba you know. Basically they say oh they make and I said me they make mechia. The decision to read law was for my own divorce, and I'm really so maybe a divorce lawyer. And I've said that divorce is something that you don't need publicity for divorce. A lot of people are going through divorce, and even in court, quite is held in the judges' chambers. It's, you know, the decision to become a lawyer, and what I have lived up to, writing books, going into human rights activism, gender activism, you know, fighting for the ordinary people and the suffering masses, disabled people, categories of jobs are my, you know, say me tachi bibina me ya. If I'm obetem can be man, I'm upgrading me, you know, on the, you know, I have to do the divorce videos, even write the books. I realized that the women were not reading. So what can I do? And I have videos on all the things that I do. You know, it is hard work. You cannot just say you want to be Ohenewaa, no. So just like the morning, you know. Sometimes you want to leave a good legacy behind. Yeah. How can we all sanitize the system? Because it is not okay saying for a problem. What can we do to tackle that problem at the root cause? So I was doing the school education on domestic and sexual violence. And okrabukono mantonda inti no ye ne kakra na me am ye ne law ne kakra na me de afande me ho adwumai sigani bi ambo me paaye ibi ama be free ha na ibi kingdom see you be ka so obo me obe so ma se dia politician bi ambo me paaye me na me na ni namusa. But I always say that education is very important. It is something that nobody can take it away from you. And taking 1 year to go into psychology, I appreciate the law that I have and then the psychology in relation to my job in handling abuse cases. As again, I say nobody is interested in domestic violence or sexual violence issues. Nobody is interested, but also a warrior. The purpose of the family unit and family law near DNA behaviors. Relationship for employment be our for be a relationship, and it has to do with behaviors. So people need to know the psychology of everything that they do, especially with crime. So this is where I find myself, and I think that this should be my last stop in relation to human rights abuse because your grounds of divorce say would be about unreasonable behavior. Most of these things abuse nyama. So it is not okay for me to just do divorce. No. What can we do as a country to tackle abuse? I was hoping that politicians would take it serious, but my interactions with the education minister for my advocacy, which is now a training program, on one among directions, nana edru. So you so I pim so see about building schedules now leadership people in leadership positions, say teachers across the country, pastors, tertiary institutions, students should know these things. efa community leaders ahemfo no omo nim de efa law, abuse and psychology net saying into Ohenewaa Afful for the past 18 years and having worked on the field. I've done a lot of field work. The practice is the job. You have to practice the law. And who wants to do sebe bola suejuma? There's no money in it. Maka say sika for ne omo mako school any sebe politicians see omo power no. Omo wa hwewie pa. Na sebe ehiafo mo browafo. Omo nim de etisen. Ena oma hu him e kind of simple. I hope it is the same chino. Near my unit is saying. So if we say we are not going to help people who are categorized as vulnerable people, and then we build our mansions and now your workers here to protect ourselves, your neighbor could sexually assault your daughter. Crime has no respect of persons. Youth so what can we do holistically to affect society in a very positive way? And it has taken me 18 years to get here. You know, I will not be in the media for publicity. I don't need publicity. I actually love to be on my own. So this is an area for me in academia where I want to tackle abuse.
Mati, medasi na at least we intro nama listeners hunu nipa oye. Na mamemfa hamra na yentwa yenkomo twetwe so memfa nko Jail Properties Limited. Jail Properties Limited see emfa nto ani se anopai bebia wo bia no de bia me ba wapomode ho nsem bebia wo da ya me di ho nkomo yie pa. Now, owning a home in a clean, serene, strategic neighborhood should not be a luxury, but a necessity. And at JL Properties, we make that dream a reality. JL Properties gives you value for your money in our fully gated and managed communities in North Airport, Achimota, and North Kaneshi. Enjoy reliable refuse collection, external area maintenance, and security in our jail communities. Make your home with us by logging on to www.jlpropertiesgh.com. JL Properties, the city's favorite developer. And pay Mr. Kai na Shannon. Se baby awko tofi baby awko tena asumdwe mu na ese unya. Ye free adwuma mu a ye kofie, ye mfiri fie nsa ye nkwa adwuma mu. Wa free adwuma mu a okofie. Wo free adwuma mu san kwa adwuma mu a ye mepa kire nse baby awtena asumdwe ni ho a ho be kirew. Untimi nhomedu baby na wa brass wo hia so unya sound mind. Baby akotra fi need catch him za emwa na unya eye JL Properties won fie na gated community ne bitina obambo nsem wo na eye ura ne neatness eye kama yipa nti meka mfoma say information bi apen okọ won website eye www.jlpropertiesgh.com na eye any information bi ahia no on sabeka ewo ho na ntantem so eye lawyer bi enhwe ade baako nsɛm dɔso nti yɛbɛbɔ no kakra sɛ bi betimi yɛnwi a yɛbɛpɛ da foforɔ
ɛnɛ ngina baabi a mewɔ sisi no what I say ana wo
baabi a wɔ sisi na mehyɛ ase afi mbɛsi yɛhwɛ ɛyɛ awaresɛm nim sɛ ɛbɛ wɔ nim paa how often na awaresɛm bɛ wɔ nim na ɛba ɛyɛ mɛma na de ba anaasɛ mma na de ba.
Okay, the issue is not just our racism, like the Ebeba menim.
Okay.
We are looking at, I think where I find myself, I'm dealing with, the country as a whole.
Yeah.
We look at the cases that goes to Dofsu.
Okay.
Our assembly abuse.
Okay.
Abuse, and I think the perfect word should be, say, you be a yaka de, do be fair,
domestic violence.
Yeah, then call to say the 3 words, and I want, if you can help me. You do be fat. Yes, and I at it na dem
or how
yeah or to say or the war so to say or tete to say our yibeba Dofsu before he would even get to the divorce. The abuse are these issues. Dofsu would have handled these things, and now they say mokwa with mama reporters now your research now. The cases, the domestic violence cases, a choky Dofsu newo. Omo eni oma wa mema no abandon him kolano so no uko social warfare so amano omoko esi mu basa na hwe the courts that we have. The divorce is now a serious business in the courts.
Really?
Yes, because our rijaye no abua faso.
Then
go to Tema courts, go to Accra courts, go to the other places, and there are days that the court sits for just divorce cases. So if the pastors, that is why my my book on preventive crime.
The new book,
the training manual no?
Okay.
For teachers, pastors, heads of institutions, community heads, organizations, groups, students in higher education, against publications.
Okay.
Asomasia says who may call leaders for so that means if the pastors are officiating marriages I'm joining Crawford Abomu.
Yeah.
Now Crawford no joining Abomu. A lot of these pastors do not have the knowledge base, because it's not just about love. I've gone through all these in their counseling and all that, but we need to understand. So, obi ayaka, there is serious criminal matter. We can't stay in the country where men are killing women, cutting them with cutlasses and all that. I always want to speak for the women, but a man who kumu if you say if you say and I can say cemetery me mano musie yeah, the fiasi is prison, yes. Yeah. Yes, okwa musie me mano more, yes, a man a poison omukunu bebre, and I feel okwa fiasi and so prisons and so there are lots of women who have killed their husbands and they are there. So it is I got to a point in my life where, like 2020, the divorce cases, the marital issues, Mary cannot do this thing alone. I need to expand whatever I'm doing, teach people in leadership positions so that they can handle entire training across the country. Say I saw for now you have a man now which will guide you, because ehun sunsun so no wako awaremu ayakayaka de anase ayakayaka de bia wa famu bia no akwala kra na ya hye ne nada wo hwe meme sebi meme bi mu size kra me lawyer me hin wa kra me to me stand wa fa akwala 6 years 8 years na wa sese no sese na mo kan no wa sese akwala kete so the teachers, getting this knowledge to the teachers has been my priority, and we've been working on this since September. And now we are still pushing, because we need to get to wherever it has to get to and listen to the people. Now, Ohenewaa is no longer handling individual issues. We are handling things that affect society from the leadership. And so, whatever it is, it's not about cases coming to me. I don't have the hands. But we want to prevent crime. If you say we are doing crime prevention, or we are preventing crime, there are 3 stages. You look at the primary prevention, the secondary, and the tertiary. Primary, no advocacy, because if somebody goes through abuse, the psychological damage very serious. I mean, a lot of media will sit on the airwaves and they will be laughing at people. Now, when you're bipolar, what is their knowledge on bipolar? We have written to the GJ to meet with them so that we can have that national training for journalists. People should have that base. Their reportage is very poor. So basically, we want to sanitize the system. People need help. Sabi more bro phone. Do obi okro nimpo sa se me de call dofsu. Onim se me de call social warfare. Onim po se sa de ye ne so onya psychologist.
Quickly no, nsembe na ese de call dofsu. Nsembe na ese de call social welfare. My education kakra ho.
Say that is why I have the other book, which is child abuse identification and mandatory reporting guidelines.
Okay.
It talks about the warning signs, mandatory reporters, identification and reporting, how the people we are going to train, they can identify that this issue, especially with children, be a neglect. Advocacy schools, you know, all these signs are collected or continue to see being nada. So it's a broad thing that I'm doing, that if we take people to, just like I'm saying, the primary prevention is there, then the secondary prevention, you know, I didn't know who can go assume now fan called off. It's a police station. They handle domestic violence.
To be like
It's go to the police station. They have that unit that will handle these abusive issues.
Okay.
So that if it is always happening, but could be saying you can born a man and crowd a buye man they no to kolebu. And they say that this is a case in the handle these things. Yes, so you go to the police station, they will process the matter. It said the lawyer will get involved like me if I want to, watch brief or follow the matter and ensure that justice is served. And these things, it is about, we have to understand what abuse is about. So acts of slapping, how can you go through abuse all the time? In law, it is assault. Obona who are murder, and the punishment for murder is death sentence. The punishment for assault is 3 years jail term. And the cycle of abuse where the children will also experience these things, no matter ripple effects, we need to stop abuse somewhere. So I've talked about the primary prevention. The secondary is to prevent the progression, stop whatever it is, remove the person from that place. Now, castle being a problem until they are damaged. Then we talk about the tertiary prevention. They send you allow cortisol hormones to fill your body with, that is stress hormones. So why do you have to stay in a marriage that will kill you? So the health implications are there. You get the high blood pressure, you get the heart disease, you get the cancer, you get the kidney. So the tertiary is, if we are able to know. That is why reporting of all these things are very important. The Ghana Police Service are mandated by law. We share constitution now. And more quite say, yeah, will be a reporter. Police have the statutory duty to protect citizens, prevent if anything abuse and crime and all that. Go to the police station so that even at the tertiary stage, you can get help. Now say one card there. And money baby na tete awari mu ahihye kawa and na omotete. I'm not promoting divorce, but I am talking about abuse. Abuse is mainly disrespect to a person. There are so many categories of abuse. It wasn't okay for me in 2018 to talk about divorce, write books or no. I am now looking at the root cause of ayakayaka dienye maybe how people can say I need to get out, I need help. And the damaged people for the mental way where you go mad, and the friends as Accra psychiatric wing, you may spend a minimum of 100 cedis a day.
For what?
On treatment.
Okay.
So the you may need about a year or 2 years of treatment. Can you fund it? That is why they are on the street. So what would they do when bipolar, borderline personality disorders and all the disorders? But I've always said that those who are at the psychiatrist, they are just sick people. They are fragile. But the real sick people are the abusers, the people with all the personality disorders, people who say or better say now or they'll be afa. They are the mad people, and I am appealing to everyone because just like I said, I've been through most of these things.
Lawyer, what say semiti the okay yeah abuse honsemi our dear in honsemi. Idea me type ho yi pa say amanfo ba ho no oni omudi nkomo na hwe say the work no ye kware a ya call counselors or ya cancel then na ye cancel your home. Me who say ye counseling no tosin kakra. It was what goes into marriage in Ankasa ya yen kan wasem. Me say most of the counsel na kwa yame your door ho kire bible mpaye yesi afa bible. But I kwa wade mu a it had nothing to do with
it. Say even with what I'm doing, that it has cost me 18 years and even 1 year to get into psychology. Nobody is talking about these things. That is the saddest part of it all. Nobody is talking about abuse. The politicians who are interested, I want to know. We are entering into politics. I have decided that I have a little time here. I want to know. I'll be pushing this thing forward, and I'm pushing it in the way that is professional. But I think that we will try and exhaust our list, the teachers and pastors to see, because the knowledge that I've acquired, nobody has it. You read the book and you see that people need to be educated on these things.
Like I say reading the and they my blast.
No, I'm targeting teachers so that we can get them. We are dealing
teachers with another thing altogether. You need money to push.
No.
But then your teachers and what the chawon.
No, we have a training and everything is being organized in a way that it would come from their top.
Okay.
Where we will train all of them. It's a program.
Okay.
Yes, where we will train. We have the team of lawyers and psychologists. Yes, okay. We train their people.
Okay.
And then they also train the teachers. Mary cannot be everywhere. Okay. In fact, nowadays I even struggle to attend meetings. But there are some meetings I have to go. And also with the tertiary institution, the team that is handling it, we want to ensure that it becomes a short course for tertiary institutions so that my main focus is to prevent abuse.
No.
To minimize the high rate. If abuse is minimized, if teachers know. And we also have a psychology test that they'll go through. If these things has to do with childhood abuse. So I want to encourage the young girls who want to marry or a partner. No? How was his upbringing? A lot of people were brought out of struggle, survival, hardship, and what have you, and poverty. But some of us that we have had everything that we wanted. You meet somebody who wasn't brought up that way, and the treatment is different. Didn't I say, lawyer Merino acquired them? Say me dem who amanyame. Me worry Jesus Christ. And no, it's just by the way. So the bottom line, I want to hit on the politicians. I am still pushing. And I'm happy that Jean is at the top. And then the Minister of Education, they are involved in what I'm doing. And we are pushing to get the schedules done. We've also met the private schools through NACOPS. We are pushing. I've met Presbyterian Church at the head office. We are meeting went so well. It looks like everything is going well for me, even with Treasury. So coming on your platform is just to announce myself that Ohenewaa is not available. But the other side of the people that I cannot help, I call them damaged people. They are victims of abuse. They are having all the psychological problems. It is the first thing is anger. There are categories of anger that I've detailed in my book. And the most dangerous one is the hidden anger. You know, I can be a very nice person, but something could trigger me, and the kind of anger I will display, because I have gone through abuse. So if you go through therapy, that is why we want to help people. We want help to help people. So if I come to your institution that people should pay something small that will not even be a full day full for us to train them, because we are book even marriage you can never sold any of my books, but this one we want them to fund the printing. Agency is handling that. International Journalists for Association be training the whole journalist so that the reportage will be to make a train. No. And the politicians, this is a Robert Tuaba. Lawyer Ohenewaa me be real when no more abuse, because Section 83 of the Domestic Violence Act say yaka dia it's say we need free medical care by the states. That law has never been implemented. So if we cannot fund abuse, the damaged people, then we should be able to prevent it. And I'm going to see the IGP to see how best the Ghana Police Service, because I've had a lot of issues with police service where they will take money from mothers, mother, to help them. The commands, a lot of these prosecutors, the investigators, how much did you see how bad time I share in another? What is one son, what processing matter? Now, I'm only accused person is who dear for Webra, any foolish case. No, you know what? We have gotten to the point, even right information commission will get there. So, Ohenewaa, I come in peace. I'm not fighting anybody, I'm fighting a cause. And if this legacy can be everywhere where people can prevent abuse. Sika politicians, for just like I've said, the book is going everywhere. It's going to all the pastors. We go to Anglican, we go to we go everywhere. Teachers all across the country, into kingdom. If more real estate in your friend
kingdom real estate.
Yeah, kingdom for mobile so you must see. Na me jumano.
You be so what say. What's the that's what?
Na ejuma na ye pese.
What's the name kamia me so me makoti.
Ejuma na David me ko. Kingdom de no hia me pa. Me ko.
What's the koti me so na se de me so.
Kingdom real. So say the kingdom day.
Kingdom home real.
And kingdom group of
Kingdom home real estate.
Kingdom Home Real Estate.
Yeah.
Say we partner with that. I think that come proper. But then whatever it is, we want to fix societal problems. It's not okay for us to be complaining about everything. Somebody will say, and I made we need photos, back out. These things are all criminal issues. Cyber Security Act, speaks against it. Jail term 5 years or 15 years or any other. I didn't know. Say obi no be a core relationship. No, it's maybe maybe the pictures. We jamming tea.
Quickly, my
and we have top journalists doing that. We have top people doing that. Oh, because the Merkel court is already me 10 million. Oh, you see that psychopath in the system where the abusers think that in their abnormal psychology they can manipulate and control people, but the law must work. If you are not I will not have legal time to fight people, but the the make court to cry ube drainage okay send ubi I we drainage and case into no about time now
me answer na be call my main chance Dorothy Ajima or US or rain now so chia on so na oka you who na me saka kraw to say ebia abranti bi the girlfriend na one osofu bi akwa bibi na wanya osofu no naked pictures osofu
any display of nudity is against the law.
Na abranti and the jisika free osofu no.
So these things must go to the police, blackmail and all that. You can also file a civil suit. What I say, won't say you name the no. You know you want to see a lawyer, it is 2,000 consultation fee. Yes, approved by the Ghana Bar Association.
No, you be a nipa ni say 2,000.
So yes, so to me training no 350 per. Until now we want to what I'm doing. I know I'm going to have a lot of challenges here and there. You want to give people education at a very low cost. The only thing is that the boss up there, and we are having fantastic meetings all over. Would be able to appreciate the content. And I know you invite me here, and then I say so that we need to discern. The knowledge cannot be in the law books. How can we do to get it to the masses and the ordinary people so that they can accept? I have to take a different path.
But you material loyalty.
I am available.
Now, everybody so munya time masses na kakra.
No, when visa mo kingdom. Merohino meja kasa reduce. For conference because me say me pay air time. Mama me wan na obi as o ma me meto me confess carrying.
Na say everybody be station so here ska. Na ani nyina mu no ho answer ho I invite mo.
Na me nim die ne nam o. Say kwa dem me say me mfam po ma kwa. Share me no baby. I just say jaba ne be frame abasi. No, knowledge is power, and I appreciate it. We put it in a way that the people will swallow. Memo must swallow knowledge, because it will save them. What I say, a doctor will wait for you to be sick, for you to always come for blood pressure. Why don't you leave that stinking marriage? It also leave that stinking relationship. Why don't you? In psychology, as you read along, the moment where you prevent meeting your abuser is where you are saved. It's in a baby red flags. Very important. Adena be mani ya no bani no warrior a bed double a bed triple. So and there are good people all over. I'm not saying everyone is bad, but people have childhood traumas that they have not healed. They have not gone for therapy. Now I encourage all divorced women to go for therapy. I go for therapy myself because psychologist.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are other lifestyle changes. Even looking beautiful is a therapy on its own.
Okay.
You want to say, and changing the way you think, upgrading yourself. Read, always read something. Don't just be there. Now the one when you have to be maso. To me, so the bottom line is we should take good care of ourselves. And Ohenewaa maba. Yes, ubi so waje 10 million Ghana cedis. Say we me pesa make a shade kese ma me pa. Waje 10 million Ghana cedis. Oh me, but it's taking me day and night. 1 year, 2 months, day and night to get where I've gotten to. So if one night, if you measure that your picture, you see the working mood. And I have most of these things on social media. You cannot just make money from somebody, even torturing the person and still demanding money. These people are mad people, and they need to. They belong to the prisons. Akwalana gang for now 19 years, 20 years for now 17, 18, whatever. No more plan akobo bi gala no. These are the people that we want to prevent people from getting to jail. We want to prevent offenders from committing acts of criminality, because obi kra be hwe acid egumiswa. But the state has no funds to take care of me. So why can't we prevent crime? Why can't we prevent people? Say, Sadi women, Obani free school by my name, Fanny Dross. Even crying, she no body, Nana, Crawford, more yet rituals, Nakolakete, Beko court. Images of sexual abuse is just too much. Inti no, Masema mekane say, Obi kita, you say, or do naked way by a purely criminal matter.
Okay, last one. Now, Kase, so abuse marriage mu. Now, when I am wajai. Adisuabe na woma sa for no se bia betimi ayi educate one so be
sorry. Sorry. So say obi here there, sorry.
Se bia abuse marriage mu. Ade na umfiri mu na honto.
Na bia na ye ni no.
Enti in the same way no, do you have any plans se bia obi ana wade enko yi wo hye bi obetimi atu onfo a psyche one a cancel one ma de ekoso ewumu enye no watwe won afiri hon. For instance nra me ne lady bi kasa obeja ni kunu na me se adan a ni kunu ye masem na so oja ni kunu na be ware foforo o se an na me se na de okọ onim so ye ma be ma bi adwamanfo obenya bi a yi 100 obenya 2 bi a otere ho mpere wase obi ya 2 mpere wase no so kra no the lifestyle so woni nkwaje ho ti so obi ka se meja mi kru ye masem meja mi ro de me pese mi ra ha si at the time that I had my daughter 18 years ago, I wasn't working, and I maybe started law 4 months. Now share unye juma. You won't say me mama na fund me do baby me do but unye juma. Say you kunko a juma no mba na enchimpo ni wa. I saw try money bawo. Me money baby economic abuse no. You won't have money on you. Or why the oye juma ko beju sika. There are lots of categories of abuse. So at that point where you have to rely on the man, say obi answer nya amroba say bank a discussing on your cromful, but the fact that there are no cameras everywhere, the person can steal the money. If you don't fix yourself, you get into a very good marriage and it will become abusive because the other man also no nipa. People get tired. Or best satisfied or it's a juma, it's all this. So we have to look at the two sides. So that's why the counseling is important. I cannot go and do the counseling. We did November free one mark Presbyterian Church, their ministers and their spouses. Usu Presby. It went to over 200, sponsored by Adriansa Publications. The bottom line is, it was a test for me. I appreciated the feedback, the participation, and all that. If the knowledge is spread across, if I saw for no counseling, you see where the angle that I'm going. So if those who are officiating marriages can have the knowledge, a combination of law, abuse, now their behaviors, offenses, jail terms, it would help a lot. Okay. Unfortunately for me, Ohenewaa Afful, it has taken me a hard struggle to get to where I've gotten to. It's the same I just say nipa kuni madam for. And I'm a national interest. Otherwise, I'm working with a schedule where we have to ensure that these programs start. I'm happy with Presbyterian Church, and I'm hoping that one day I'll be their moderator. Make me a Presbyterian, make Kanishi Presby. So whatever it is, and journalists for them who hear me, or more reporter, juvenile justice, acts, then the kafa and kwala, or makoye crime, or makuku be all these things. But it's a serious thing that I'm doing. I mean, need single support. And for the second time, Mary had to sell her car to keep funding her. So they say no, unisika, uniasem, ube free me now we mobro wa misro so for. Go to your pastor. We give the education to your pastor to help you. And people should also embrace education. Sometimes you listen to some of these things and you be like, wow,
Wow. But that area where people now, because of social media, people can tarnish people's images. No. If you are an offender, we want to know. That is why I've gone into detail to talk about psychology of abuse and personality disorders. And I have the chief clinical psychologist working with me of Ghana Health Services, or Ohenewaa Lekma Hospital, Mrs. Charlotte Isimaes. And then a serious thing that we are doing, if we all sit down, na media for more time in politics, more phone, they will start killing themselves. People will just ruin marriages. A lot of women are are bonded, a very trauma bond in their toxic marriages, and the only option is to kill their husbands. Obi was saying a lawyer na filing fee, and I say na divorce who needs to around 15,000-20,000. We say the lawyers don't need 30,000. Obi any time on my own, a lawyer making no 13 years at the bar. I just come 10,000. I just come. You see, I say helpful. It is cheaper to educate the public for me. And you know, cases can take long in court. If you want to take me to like then maybe 3, 4, 5 months, I won't have the time. But 3, 4, 5 would have educated a lot of people, especially in Kuala Lumpur, 2021, 3 educational districts. My bro, it's someone my Virginia, and I'm driving. My papa just saw my Mary, my break. At this moment, right now, no. I don't know. Influence now. Me social media. Ohenewaa human rights advocacy.
Yedi nkomo actually na.
Naja ba ma menfa manusi.
David se minyampa mo seko.
Okay.
Minyampa mo seko.
Ese lo enye sika no beto mu ndan bi kingdom home hwan.
Meto bia ma.
Meto
bia ma.
Ene bo am enye adwumaden.
Meto bia ma. Twa me basisi ya na. Yenko Kingdom Herbal Center anopai na Kingdom Herbal Center se me fanto anim se ubenya hoden de ya adwuma sede lawyer Ohenewaa onna anopa awia na jo si office na ohwe nkrofo nsem ti nkrofo nsem eko court nyina no ade ba akopɛ Kingdom Garlic Bitters, Kingdom Garlic Capsules unya bia ema ho ye den ye pa nti ebe boost immune system no nkwamwa no eye ho adwuma ma won ho ye den nti soldiers no ho den wo nipadua no mu a yade bia ntimi nwura owura mu a obe fight ye pa na de a ni kan se it lowers blood pressure, cholesterol, reduces sugar level, it reduces fat level in the blood, and also it's effective for reduction of stress and anxiety. It's good for rheumatism and arthritis. Nti mesro okwa chemical shop and drugstore bia na pharmacy bia also here Kingdom Garlic Bitters, Kingdom Garlic Capsules. Ebe boa we na anxiety treat na blood ntimi mfro yi. Unya eye Kingdom Garlic Bitters ebe boa na umoja no aye dwuma sede ese eye. Na me kamfo ye New Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ede mawo. Se the lawyer city we pa na se ono na tifie na osoreko na waba na wakwa adwuma na waba na saa hwe ne saa ne bubefu ontimi nya adwuma yi. Uhia Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ene de ema ho ye den. Nje mfa ho ne size mfa ho ne se de body ne sitie bia obeyi adwuma na mo no a na ne begina ho na nadwiri mo da ho da na watimi ada yi eye New Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules mema adru utie me no pa yi a pebi na beboa o yi pa na jai se de bia wa yi busy sa na mabre na bia wa bre wan hwe yi a ogela na sa o yire obi begino ogino so wanyene kwa obe yusu ni yi pa o se so hia oba bi na osresra secret nyina se ni kunu nom New Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ebema oba na sre na ni begye no ho ono nkontokwa bia ma na ya no muni akoduro mo de fremacho mema na mo eye ya na obi bia sore na odi oba na chi ma no bebre ho ya no mo fere mo nso ade no mo pe Mr. Kopebi na faye ne ho adwuma ebeboa yi pa ma na so to tremendous capsules esiesie ahemfie ma bibia ye clean na bre ba no say yes oba enti oto eye New Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules no na oto tremendous capsules ama oba no so oto tremendous capsules na oto New Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules ama okunu for any check Kingdom Herbal Center ewo Kanshi Drug Lane from 0275 804064 0275 804064 and now say 0303 967313 0303 967313 now the Kingdom Herbal Center emo ejuma de beboa ama opomodin ho nsem akosro Anopai yene lawyer Mary Ohenewaa Afful na edin komo na ne haw ne dadwe nyina sinse mi hu ne se obi owo Ghana oba bema akwala obi nsisiw na obenya wasumdwe ede atena oman mu ne haw pa ne se yebehunu nimdie efa eba domestic issues ho a ene mmara no se na eka awade ne mmara se na eka o hyase onna o kachiro 18 years ni since me hu ne haw nyina no na before ne haw na se yehu se obetimi aboye na esesa ye ho ane ye ba ye nwi wusu wapomode ho ye nwi kwa befa so obaye adwuma no ho so onye sika ne didi obi aba aboa me onye ne sika no de kofi obi aba aboa me obisa se wonua na o yesa adwuma no so ono so be da aboa na busua obeda twia ne bills enti tie ne ye lawyers bi wo ho omonum bo eden obi so ho betimi ahumobo wona ehu amobo no da bia wona yebu wonkwasea obi wo ho nya adagye kura nti wasem o 2000 de to ho na wansan wanya adagye se wafa pen bi pe twetwere wonsem onye charity work o enti mesrese le Ohenewaa Afful ho so beboa nenso yese wo boa ho bibi kakra ne yemfa mo no nsore ese nka menya kura nka ese nsore na fa ho ka na nka obuo mu na makotena so ye cancel we ko yesu yodo aware abufu ba nye yesu yodo semu nye yesu yodo sem se yesum nyankopon de nso na kwan aba o say lack of knowledge my people perish bible no kire na kwan asofo no ni adagye o de kan bible no wahunu hu nyansa de akire o de no to nchen ya mmara ne awade ne sesan eno so ya de a eso nya lawyer bi ma ne kire mu nti mesra asofo ne se sika e ba asoro no doso yempe lawyers ne bi no mommoai aware jaye ne awade guo doso Ghana papa nya Ghana wiase nyina minimum bi a watwe mpena relationship be 6 years o ware 6 months na awade na gu den ne kofa ba den na eba ne yekum obi ne yebu obi ni nyina ye niema e ha adwen nti mesrese yento nsamfre lawyer Ohenewaa Afful na omwaye na ofre nso a na why ready so nso bepe bi kakra ma na obre lawyer ye wrap it up
cases ne da ya bre is ya kasi ya cases na ma stress he say ye nyinyi blood pressure ne nuanom ne ade nti no ye the education ne ko form a ebeboa nti no aware mu nsem ne de ebua faso
e do so pa
sa one man churches for no bitumi ba me no call ha no call so for wage 20,000 call we obeba okro bisa 200 Ghana pra wonya
but they akoma so for no
ba na be letter keke na se etro na de ma be ma no be ma ni tu no apam na e de nyema gu abontin
me time nti mepe be one man time obeba na ye bie phone lines na manfo a wo hawo bia okana hawo na kwan be no mfamfa so no me na hunu obi wo ha se de wo ka no se bia obehia 1 on 1 de wo kan se etro se
ejaba me
no ka chem so ma de you ka so ma
se de me wo classroom
me sa na yem wa ti books out through bebre ni nyina no meti ase di ba bebre ho mu
unim say I have more unpublished
books you na de che
no I have more unpublished books than published there are other things I've written on the abuse is taking all my time
you baby minim so any time there
but then no morning na you now ye no
motivation
baby adru o me mabrabo mu no say training na nyame nkwampo na me ni team na ye me twe me ho afi nyama bebre mu na menya adagye ahwe me ho
waka chim da nanso once ho a ajabanti osutati nti
no me kura de anka me ni problem me se me pe wa na wade aye adwuma ti mo de mo yandwe hanu mu
me ja kwa metie se o mbetimi e be se
I so dey actually man because he said you know me say me phone call ring game ma o had you WhatsApp but I send you ho woman be am ko program ko free there no say why ye edresi ho akaso de be mani kun amana aye obi begu aduane ni mu na ni kun ne no wo fa se sase mu de bia ba ma dwen mu ni kun ne no wo fa se ne didi nti so be kun nipa mienu na nyema ni kun de ne fa mu no
nti na wa plan so be kun ni kun
so kun nti no na na me ye de aboa no say so the marriage the pastor has a wedding is everywhere but your wedding na untimi fa ensa articulate akra engu no you need to go to court it's a full court work do the 15,000 year marriage o the 15,000 be go me unni sika unni asem say lawyer Ohenewaa Afful until say politician bi be so mi mu and until say sika ni bi be so mi mu Unyami put no de me number here WhatsApp is 05487279883. WhatsApp message voice not the gumoboko 05487279883. So we tell me as of we ye training congregation de in Drew ye the training in mama bet me there ye adwuma na system no na asofo bi num one man for ne uko social media all this we want to sanitize. I think government must come in. And I'm hoping that I'll meet the president one of these days. Because if we don't ensure that Imrana ebebo adasa ho ban, ebebo emhia fon ban, ebebo mobro wa fon ban, then the powerful will always take their place. What I say? In the end, they're not mobro wa for bebre, almost no moto aba. So we are also working to ensure that we do not need politics. Mayor Ohenewaa do not need politics for anything. But politicians through their MPs say the omo constituency, man church kramo ma him for no there we are there. So these are the phone calls that I want to receive. In Tejaba, me da sinemu no and drase me twa me legs me nan me yenti massage. Ubetuya massage and now the baby and now be massage no and now be o the baby ko
the media kamenya dia kamia me so mama ye dia mia me yabo
choose your choice me that me chia o see you
yenso ye da wase bebre na we die onka bone bronin ka bone na massage no mesro nganka me do ko edu heba na we die mia me yama mama me edu heba ewo eye odoko official town professional one, yeah. Now when my me yama, mammy me yama wofie. Me met me yama come up. We did be young fanco edu have a home me baba yama come up. Me cock pay a baby oil be. Na me dia bana my baby massage come up.
In man now more room what it in stream. Because there are so many fishes. There are so many fishes in the ocean. So when feed them,
the issue is.
When him say, "Man, you are dear, Obama breakfast in bed."
Utie, the panasamo.
The best of my drink, call baby, I make your Bema massage. So feet massage in Kamahari and Kamiku remember.
Me from CSC. Me invite to program for.